Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. Please excuse my raspiness of my voice. Some days are better than others. I'm going to be filming this at nighttime, and I'm going to be posting it the next morning because otherwise I can't sleep. So I'm not sure if that's going to affect the timing of this. Probably not. But anyway, this is your next surprise. This is the next surprise that Spirit wants you to know about, meaning it's not like a spoiler, because I'm not allowed to give those. So here are the 4 options. Just please choose whichever one calls to you the most. And if nothing calls to you now, you don't have to watch it now. Just click off, and it could come to you maybe tomorrow, next week, next month. Let's see. Okay, so yes, whatever next surprise Spirit wants you to know about, this is going to involve some signs from the universe, your guides, even signs that you've already seen before, and it's kind of coming full circle, I'll call it, okay? So the options, I will show you each one. The timestamps are below. This is a general reading, so if you instead want a personal reading, the info is below as well. So group number 1 is Deceit. This, what deck is this? The Energy Oracle. So group number 1 is Deceit. Group number 2 is Man Holding a Coin. Group number 3 is Adjacent Possibilities. Group number 4 is The World. Okay. So again, I'm posting this at a different time. I don't think I ever do that actually, because I don't know if it affects things, but that's why I let you guys know. Okay, so take as much time as you need. You can pause the video. But whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is Deceit. Okay, so I know it looks like a bad card, essentially, but this card, it always reminds me of the 7 of Swords. And what I take from this card is that something is not exactly what it seems. So yes, of course it could be something bad, but I think in your case it's just something that is unexpected, which is the whole point of us being here, which is your next surprise. So let's get into it, Spirit. This reading is for group number 1. Please and thank you, our Deceit group. Spirit, what can you tell us about this next surprise that you would like them to know about? I'm assuming Spirit wants you to be prepared for something. Ooh, something is going to be made right, which is really, really nice. Okay, so we have the Justice card here. We have the Emperor. Spirit, I'm just wondering about the Emperor, like if that's a specific person, because it could be a situational energy too. So Spirit, let's get this in here. Spirit, what is the next surprise that you would like them to know about, please? Group 1, group 1. You will have a victory, okay? So this is better than what I think any of us thought. If you were called to this group, you picked it anyway, even if it looked a little sketchy. So I'm seeing red here. I don't know if the letter R or the color red is of some significance, but with the 6 of Wands coming through here, we are seeing victory and success in some way. I don't want to promise, of course, because nothing is exactly promised in tarot, but there could be something good happening if you have a legal consideration here. Okay, so like if there was some actual legal things you were going through, I do feel that there will be some structure and order and success and victory that truly was unexpected. This literally could have even been something that kind of already passed through and looked a certain way, and it might even come back. So in other words, it's like you thought you had an answer and it was not in your favor. Something could come back and actually be in your favor quite a bit here. Spirit, what do we need to know, please? What is the next surprise that you want them to know about? What is the information here? Now, if it does not resonate legal matters, it could have been anything at all that was unfair or imbalanced and needed to be, I guess you could say, corrected or aligned. See, we have another card here for balance and another, I guess, mention of reddish color. Okay. Temperance card is suggesting balance, peace, reconciliation, if that is relevant. But yeah, a lot of peace coming through here, quiet as well. What is the actual surprise though, Spirit? Like what is the actual, well, I think for some of you, the surprise itself is the unexpected victory of the situation that you were dealing with. What else, please? Can we have a little bit more of a specific answer of what is the next surprise? Okay. This is really talking about how a situation is clearing up. Again, a situation that perhaps you kind of thought would not clear up, or like you kind of thought either it was stuck, or that there was not an answer, or there was not a resolution, or something like that. And that is the surprise. That's the answer that you guys are getting, that there's going to be some kind of either victory or prosperous / abundant opportunity. I'm wondering if there's a connection with group 2. I don't usually do that with group 1 because I don't know, but I mean, this is right in my face. It was over there. And it does look like there is a connection, or there could be. If not, don't worry about it. But Page of Pentacles does show that there is this offering, right? It could be it could be something like legitimately financial, or it could be of some kind of positive opportunity as a whole. Okay, now, is there any advice? Is there any other crucial detail that they need to know in order to be prepared? You have to let go of every expectation that you have, group 1. This is what I will tell you, where a lot of times our energy does affect the future. I'm an overthinker, and I always tell my tarot personal clients all of this info, that the energy and thoughts and everything that you're in currently could affect the future, okay? So in order to maximize this potential, which is the success and the prosperity, try your best to let go of your expectations or your fears, or even things that don't serve you, that could create this feeling of captivity or stuckness. So, if you need to do some healing and some meditating, that is what I am seeing is advised here, okay? Is there anything else that they need to know in order to get... So just keep doing what you were doing. So I have found actually that this, me being an overthinker, what happens if we overthink something is we're kind of like straining, forcing, or pushing an energy, and therefore it changes the outcome, right? So whatever it is that you're doing now to kind of live your own life, just keep doing it. Like, keep doing your thing. Just keep doing your thing, and everything is going to fall into place quite nicely for you. See, the devil card did come out, okay? So I don't know if specifically some of you are dealing with someone or something that is deceptive or negative, toxic even. If that's the case, that's an outlier message. Please protect your energy right away. Cleanse, and maybe do a bit of a releasing kind of a meditation. Ask perhaps the archangels to help you, maybe Archangel Michael if that calls to you. But this is a bit of a different message. Some of you are dealing with some narcissistic or like quite toxic energy. Just be very careful. But don't worry, it's going to be fine, because look at the energy here. You're separating from that, and it's going to be peaceful for you, especially if you continue with the healing work or the meditative energy work that you're already doing. So the final message over here, if this resonated with you in this part, this person or this situational energy is going to be like left out in the cold, and kind of, it's not going to be a problem for you anymore. So that's another nice surprise, I guess. Spirit, any final messages for group number 1, and anything else that they need to know? I figured it would be a short reading because, again, it's kind of late. The cycle that was painful or heavy is going to come to an end. Just let it happen. The moon card is indicating that there are going to still be a lot of uncertainties. I know that's the fun part about life, right? Like, it sucks. But there will be things that are going to be unanswered. If you have a lot of unanswered questions, or if that bothers you, if you kind of tend to need more clarity and certainty, that's kind of one thing that they're saying here, is that, if you can find a way to just continue to surrender and release that, it's going to be easier, because there are still going to be things that your guides and spirit cannot reveal to you yet. It's not to hurt you, and it's not to, like mentally torment you in any way. No, it's because they can't. There's certain things that just cannot be revealed too soon, or at all sometimes, until it's the right time. So final message for group 1. Thank you. Just do your thing, and kind of just let things come to you. Relax your energy, relax your mind, find any type of stillness or peace, and this is the best energy to move forward with, okay? So group 1, I guess I will leave it there. Again, it was like kind of meant to be a sort of short reading. I hope that this was helpful. Please let me know if this comes through, okay? And if you need a personal reading, the info is below, okay? Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is man holding a coin. So, I mean, it looks like a good thing, right? Because there's a coin being, I guess, kind of offered, but not really. So let me take a look into the spirit. This reading is for group number 2, please. Man holding a coin. This is probably going to be a short reading, but let's see how far I get. Spirit, what is the first thing we need to know for group 2? In terms of the next surprise that you want them to know about, please. What do they need to know? What do they need to know? I feel like I'm being watched by this man holding a coin. I don't know how to feel about that. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Something's coming in and coming in fast, okay, group 2. This is within the next 2 weeks for a majority of you, and for the rest of you, it might take up to like 3 weeks, but this is still coming in fast, okay? Now, I have no idea what it is, but Spirit, what is coming in towards them? What is the next surprise that you want them to know about? I mean, this is pertaining to that, of course, but let's see what it is. Like group 1, the horse energy here is kind of showing me this is going to be extremely unexpected. So that's what complicates this just a little bit. Like, if you are going to be thinking about it, you know how they say, like, it happens when you're not expecting it, or when, you know, whatever. That's true, because that's how energy tends to work. So this is going to happen really when you're not thinking about it or not expecting it. What is the thing? What is the thing? Some of you, they did say news, but let's see if I can get what exactly is going on here. Okay, because I'm not sure if that's someone else or what is that. 10 of Swords. Spirit, what is the actual thing that's coming towards them? If you can tell us. Okay, so we have Empress over here. We have Emperor over here. What is happening? Let me grab this deck. This is the energy oracle that I'm using here. Spirit, what is the next surprise? If we can simplify this, what is the next surprise? What I'm gathering is that there is going to be another person involved, okay? So Empress and Emperor, it's almost like 2 different possibilities. Okay, we had to complicate this group 2. Okay, it's slightly complicated, but there's a split message here. Half of you are going to get someone coming in who is acting as the Empress, and the other half of you is the Emperor. Let's look at this. The Emperor, it looks like this is a simpler message. This is a masculine energy coming towards you to tell you that some negative or repeating or heavy cycle is coming to an end, okay? That's what they're coming in to tell you. The rest of you, the Empress, which is a feminine energy, is coming in to say that changes are coming. Changes are going to be made. Something is going to be balanced. Someone is going to receive their due, or like what they need, or something like that. Let's grab one from here. Now this, I'm assuming, is a surprise, or will be a surprise for you in either direction, okay? So we, okay, that was freaky. I'm sorry. Yin Yang, that's really wild to me, because the Empress and Emperor are actually counterpart cards. Okay, so that was weird. So we are getting a direct down the middle split message. The number 22 is here. Okay, so whichever one resonates with you, definitely take that. I mean, technically speaking, it could be both, but I kind of doubt that. Let's take a look at this and this separately. Spirit, what else do we need to know about, I'll say actually either one, because it might come out in a way I'm not expecting. Details, please. Thank you. Thank you. Either way, though, it's going to speak about a new beginning in some way. Now, for a smaller number of you, Empress could have some news. Sometimes the Empress card comes up with like news of children, sometimes pregnancy, but obviously it's not for everybody. The Ace of Wands is talking about both. So here it makes sense because with Emperor, there's something ending and then a new beginning is coming through. The letter C is coming through as well. Could be something with career or maybe a name or whatever. And with Empress, the Ace of Wands is more talking about a new chapter of energy starting because of the balance that came through, or like an adjustment of some kind that came through. So relevant to both is a new beginning, and it's I feel going to be positive, so I guess we'll see what happens there. Spirit, what else do we need to know, please, for group 2, and what is the next surprise that you want them to know about? And like I said, this is coming in soon, so please let me know if you want to come back, if you have seen this coming in. So the Six of Cups is also here. I feel that for both possibilities, that this is a person that really, like, weirdly enough, the phrase, they mean no harm came through. I'm not sure if your defenses were up, let's say, or your caution was up, or whatever. But I kind of think that they're saying, like, this person means no harm, so I'm not sure who this person is to you, actually. What is the next surprise that's coming in? Anything else detail-wise we need to know? But as always, follow your intuition, please, because you never know, like, let me see here. So with the 9 of... What is the conclusion of this surprise? Like, what do they need to know about this? Because I was like, what is going on with this card? Remember how I said I don't know how to feel about this? And I'm still kind of feeling odd about this card. It's like, what is the conclusion here? Like, how do we need to see? Surprise. Whoop. So the thing is, group 2, I kind of feel like something about this situation and this person is really sketchy. Not in necessarily a bad way, but in an uncertain way. The Moon card came up. The Moon card can mean uncertainty. It can mean fear and confusion, especially since now we're in the Mercury retrograde season upcoming. And I forgot to say that in the intro, but it's really important to note because there can be a lot of confusion and miscommunication at this time if you're watching when I'm posting it. So my advice for you guys is still the same, which is, you know, proceed with caution, you know, just really just try to, yes, use your intuition as always, but also really go at this carefully because things could change from how they look in the beginning to how they end up. So take this step by step. It's still quite confusing even to me, but hold on, too many. What is the purpose of this message? Maybe I can get it that way, or maybe I'll grab this again. What is the purpose of this message, or the final message here that we need to know for group 2 and the surprise? See, because like this person here, whoever this happens to be, it doesn't necessarily look like they're involved with your life in a way that they have to stay or it's long term. Maybe it's like not necessarily a personal connection. It could be from work. It could be, you know, just someone passing by in a sense. But then we have here woman holding a heart. I kind of feel like there's something, you're getting a hidden message. This is so complicated. Part of this surprise, I see. So you got a dual message again. So the first surprise you're getting is this communication or event happening. The second surprise is what it's meant to develop into. So I guess what we're seeing here is that this energy will lead to something else in your soul's path that is really important for your spiritual development, with or without this person. So it doesn't really matter what happens here because they didn't really focus on that necessarily. It's more like it was meant to be a catalyst, right? So this news or this, you know, interaction, this new beginning, let's say, was meant to be a catalyst for the future of your path, which is, I think, what you're going to be focusing on anyway. So the temple path is here to indicate growth, spiritual development, maybe an opening of something within your heart chakra, something that really is very meaningful to you, something that enlivens your emotions and your soul in general. Now that, I don't know if they're going to tell me what it is. I'll try, but that's the the real surprise afterwards. Now that really was so complicated for me to get. Sorry, the cord is stuck. That was very complicated, but I'll just get a final card to see if they do tell me, because it might be a spoiler. And I'm not allowed to give those. Okay, victory. I'll take it. I'll take it. So victory. Whatever is this thing that you're meant to continue on, meaning that path, just know that you will be victorious, okay? The timing is going to vary. This could be within the next, so this is coming within 2 to 3 weeks, that news of whatever person here. But this is going to be a little bit longer. So it could be like maybe around, on average, 4 months from when you're watching this, where that's where I feel this will happen for most of you, okay? This thing that has to do with your soul's path, and that has to do with like something really meaningful and impactful to you, around 4 months, a range of 3 to 5, but the average is 4, and you will be victorious in this. So if there is something now, even if you're not sure 100%, that is meaningful to you, so it could be anything really, just something that awakens your heart chakra, something that is so important to you, you will be victorious in this, and that is the second surprise. So for some reason you got a weird like dual message here, like this was literally from before, yin yang, but that's all they'll tell me. So if you want, you can check out some of my other pick of cards for some more clues, but just only if it calls to you, obviously. And if you want a personal reading instead, my info is below for that. But I guess I'm going to leave it there because this was a very complicated reading. Group 2, I hope this made sense. Let me know below. But thank you guys so much. Sending you many blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is Adjacent Possibilities. This might end up being a bit of a short reading, we'll see. Okay, so Spirit, this is for group 3, please and thank you. Group 3, Adjacent Possibilities group. Can you let us know your first message? Spirit, what is the next surprise that is coming towards them that you want them to know about, please? Okay, it's funny because it does look like there could be many possibilities of what's to come, but let's see the first message you're getting here. Whoa, the Judgment card. Okay, so one message does have to do with something with your higher spiritual alignment. Okay, folks, let me get my words here. This does feel like a high vibrational, high frequency message, so let me get that out of the way first, because it can get confusing for me. If you have been experiencing some intense spiritual shifts or messages or whatever lately, growth, that's what this has to do with. But let me see if there's more to it, because you might have already received this. So let's see. What is the conclusion here? You're going, oh boy. Okay. You're going to blast through your fear, whatever this is. This could be an emotional, psychological, or spiritual fear. You're going to completely obliterate this fear. So I don't think it was necessarily a surprise because of how far you've come, but it might be a surprise in a sense of like they're confirming it. My goodness. You're going to break the chains of something that was holding you captive, right? So whether it was fear or negative cycles or toxic patterns or whatever, it was, yeah, I mean, this is really intense. So that is the first surprise. Okay, what is happening with my hand? I felt like my hand was like, under running water. Like, what the hell? Excuse my language. Maybe there's something having to do with like being cleansed. What is it? The hand chakra, the hand is relating to the heart chakra, maybe? That was odd. Okay. Spirit, what is going on here? Any details? This, for some of you, could have related to a childhood fear, but not necessarily because of like, you know, traumas or like childhood fears in a sense of, you know how like, okay, whatever, children could be afraid of the dark. I feel like this was not because of regular fear. I think this was more so a spiritual, a spiritual or even past life kind of a thing. So that's what this could be relating to. So, but you probably already know what this is. So let's see. What is the conclusion here with the next surprise? What do I need to tell them for this? Thank you. Someone's trying to talk to you, could be an angel, could be an energy from elsewhere, but someone is trying to communicate to you. The letter A comes through, could be an angel, could be an initial of some sort. Oh boy. There's like letters or lyrics, so there could be something with literally written words or a word, like if you happen to see like a passing sign, let's say. So, oh my god, what is this? Because this is really hard to channel when it's high frequency. It's really tough for me. So the Four of Cups, it was like this. So I'm wondering if there's someone or something even from like a different plane, a different dimension perhaps. Oh boy, like what are they getting at here? And we have an energy coming through. Okay, they went straight to another topic. What is, who is this, please? Okay, there is definitely someone here who is involved with your energy. Now, I am going to have to take a little detour here because I don't know why it got complicated so fast, but there is someone trying to come through. I recommend, if you would like to get a full reading on this, if any of my other pick-a cards resonate with you with like spirit guides or past loved ones or messages from afar, I highly recommend to leaf through my old readings and see what calls to you, because there's a message here for you, or there's a message there for you. So I'm going to try to get this message for you. Okay, and then please forgive me for it kind of went into a different thing, but it had to come through somehow. Let's see. What is the message? And then we can move on to the surprise again, because there's another surprise. Maybe that was the surprise. Oh boy, I think that was part of the surprise. Surprise number 2 was that someone is trying to reach you. I have no clue who this is, but it's pretty clear that it's someone else. So, this is someone who you're connected to, okay? Doesn't really matter if this is a human, an angel, a spirit, whatever. Like, this energy and you are connected at the heart space. There's love here. There's guidance here. Could be a guide, like I said. Could be a loved one from afar. But someone is trying to reach you. Okay, what are they saying? If we can get that. So some of you, maybe a third of you, the energy said, we will be together again. Okay, I hope that's a good thing. That's for some of you. The others, the rest of you, so like that's 1/3 of you. Then the second third of you, someone else said something good is coming. Okay, so I'll try to get some specifics for you. And then the final part here says I'm with you always. Now, all of those 3 messages obviously could resonate for, all of them could resonate for you, but there's 3 distinct categories. So here's what I'm gathering from this group 3, is that your powers are cranking up to the ceiling level, okay? By the end of the chapter that we're currently in. Now, I'm posting this at 11/6/25. Oh boy, I'm posting actually November 7th because it's I'm gonna do it the next day. So by the end, if you're watching this when I'm posting it, by the end of the year-ish, your abilities are going to be like ridiculous, okay? Not so if you're not watching it at that time, it'll still take some time of like maybe a few months, whatever. But your abilities are going to open up. That is why you're receiving multiple messages. You're receiving messages to the point where they're ping-ponging off of each other. And it's like one seed and then it goes, like it just like grows in all different directions. It kind of reminds me of the way that the brain fires off, and it, like when you look at brain cells and how they transmit messages to each other, that's kind of what this reminded me of. But I'm feeling psychic messages, okay? So there's going to be some activity here with your third eye chakra. I'm assuming as well your crown chakra. So that is the biggest surprise. Again, it may not be a total surprise because, you kind of knew that this was coming, especially being that you have these abilities. And so soon, maybe around 2-ish months, you will be receiving various messages from multiple sources, okay? Have fun. Have fun with it, because it's like there's a lot going on. And I know it's overwhelming. I would recommend to maybe get a nice notebook or something like that so that you can make sense of it. Try not to think too hard, or, it's not going to be linear. So get it all out, write it all down, make sense of it later. Try not to worry about perfectionism right now, okay? So group 3, I think that is the surprise, and the fact that you had some specific people or guides or entities or energies speaking to you through this reading. Now, if you want to continue with that, you can do this successfully on your own, actually. I mean, if you don't feel that you can yet, obviously, if you want like a personal reading or whatever, let me know. But you can successfully do this on your own. So if you happen to have a pendulum or a deck of cards, or if you just get a blank journal and do automatic writing, I guess you could call these are all ways of divination or whatnot. You can make a deck of cards too if you want. Like, whatever method calls to you, you can do this. And if you feel like, okay, maybe as I'm watching this now, I don't feel I'm ready, that's fine. Just wait a couple days. Like, you can definitely do this. Anyway, is there any final message about the surprise that's coming towards them? No, that's it. That's it, group 3. You are this hermit. You have a wealth of knowledge, wisdom, information, sacred knowledge within your being. That might sound surprising to some of you, but to the rest of you, probably not, because like you just kind of knew it. You knew it and you felt it. And there is something that you are meant to deliver in terms of messages, maybe messages of light, knowledge, like I said. But that's to be continued. It's a lot. Try not to get too overwhelmed. I know it's kind of difficult being what I just said, but ground yourself, take it step by step, and enjoy this process. This is a gift. These are gifts. Okay. If you feel like that's not the case, if you feel like it turns dark, if it's something negative for you, then of course, you have free will. Maybe you can just like protect your energy if you need. But I think that this is a gift. So my advice: ask for protection, ground yourself, cleanse yourself regularly, take care of you, find your inner peace and balance, and then you can worry about everything else later. Just take care of yourself first, okay? Group 3, I will have to leave it there. This was like very strange the way that the messages came out. But please let me know if this resonated, okay? So again, if you want a personal reading, the info is below, but thank you guys so much. Sending you many blessings and good luck with everything, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care, bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the World card. Not like this World card, but Spirit, this reading is for group 4. Please and thank you. What do they need to know? Okay. Spirit, what do they need to know, please? What is your next surprise for them that you would like them to know about? Group 4, the World. Let's put this here. Okay, so the surprise that Spirit wants you to know about has to do with either your heart chakra / love or healing. Okay, so let me get some more information here. Spirit, what is the surprise? What is your next surprise that you want them to know about? Okay, so for some of you, if this is the piece that resonates, and we'll get both. I don't exactly know why it's a surprise, because I feel like you've been working on this, but it might be surprising knowing that it's coming and it's confirmed. There's going to be significant healing and transformation within your heart space, your heart chakra, your emotional body kind of thing, and these wounds that maybe you've had for a long time. Okay, so there's going to be a significant it's sort of like showing me shifting and reorienting and alignment within yourself, and it's coming soon, anywhere from, I would say, like 3 weeks to 3 months from whenever it is that you're watching this. So again, I'm not sure if it is a surprise, because like obviously it could be hard to believe if we've been working so hard for something and it hasn't quite happened, but this is coming soon. Okay, so what else do they need to know with regard to this, and then I'll get the other message for the rest of you guys. Okay, now this is related, but the other part of this message looks like this also could be involving someone else, okay? Now that is the surprise, right? That is the surprising part. Because sometimes, like, I don't know, like, I suppose this is relevant if, let's say, you've been hoping for someone's healing and it just was something that some of you even lost hope for, or, you know, whatever the case. It feels to me that this message is for both of you. The healing of yourself, the healing of someone else. And I mean, I don't know if this is going to turn into a prediction reading for you and another connection. We'll see. But I would say that this is good news all around. So what else? What is the next surprise that's coming towards them? What does this mean? So relevant to this, there could have been a lot of obstacles, confusion, things that one or both people were not ready to see. There's a lot of confusion here, a lot of nonsense and obstacles and three-dimensional trivial annoyances and like fighting or conflicts generally. There's a lot of crap here, excuse me. There's a lot of crap here. So that also is part of the surprise here, that something situationally is going to also clear up, okay? That Ace of Cups is like this beautiful clear water that is just streaming through your life soon. How wonderful is that, right? And it's a healing energy. It's a healing, loving energy, okay? Yeah, and in this card, it looks like tranquility, because I think that's water. Yeah, that's water. And there's like the lotus blossoms there. And the fact that it's the World card does make me feel that something is coming to a close, right? Like the previous chapter, something is coming to an end, and then we have the new beginning. What else do we need to know about Ace of Cups? So this is only if it resonates, because it won't be for everyone, but there is another person involved in your energy, okay? And I'm not sure if, like, there's also something having to do with third party, could be for some of you, meaning, like, if you're thinking of someone else and they have someone else, right? So they have like, someone that they're with, but I'm feeling quite fidgety, like, with this energy, so perhaps, like, that's not gonna last, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, this involves someone else. Let's see if this is someone that they would like to know about and would like to connect with. What does that look like for them? Hold on, this cord is in the way. So if that's only if it resonates, okay? So if that part doesn't resonate, you can skip this. But Spirit, if they do want to connect with this person, what do they need to know? Here with the Ten of Swords, we are seeing that, yes, something painful and really negative is going to be coming to an end in January. They just made me spit that out. If you're watching this when I'm posting this, they said January, okay? But please keep in mind, it is a general reading. Timing can shift, but for a lot of you, January was not something tied to just free will and action. It was something that was meant to happen. So I don't know. Please take that with a grain of salt with timing, though, because you guys know how it is. It can change, but I feel like some of you needed to hear that. I don't know if there's an event happening, like, specifically, that is already set in motion. That could be part of it, too. Oh, okay. What else, please? Yeah, I mean, I'm confirmed. So we have the Ten of Swords, which is an ending. We have Ace of Wands, which is beginning, right? 10 and 1. And this is going to look very different. This Ace of Wands is a new wave of whoosh, coursing energy, like a totally new spiritual dynamic energy. And it's going to change everything. Like, it's going to shift everything. So that is also included within your reading. The next surprise is whatever I just said here, and the Ace of Wands. This is the surprise in itself. So let's see what's coming through with that surprise, which is, yeah. So what is this new beginning? What is this energy? Okay, so we have here King of Pentacles. I did note that he was upside down. The Knight of Wands. So what this this next surprise has to do with is I can't even breathe. There's There's something that I think, if this is you, or I mean, again, it could be maybe even someone related, close to you in your energy. Someone here really wanted to do something for a very long time, but they stopped themselves. They were thinking about it for a very long time, but they held back. What is this, right? It's like really amped up, antsy energy. It's like this, you know, whoever this is, they've wanted to do this for so long, okay? Whether this is you or someone else. And what I am feeling is that it's going to happen. They're going to, you know, just like charge right through any barriers and, yeah, limitations, and they're going to be surprised by this. So that's included too. You're getting 3 surprises. This, if this is you or someone else, they're gonna be very surprised, because that armor is gonna fall off. Like, meaning the barrier, the obstacle is going to just. I mean, I have no words. Like, I literally can't even speak. This is going to most likely be an action that someone is not going to plan. So therefore, it's like really surprising. So whoever this is, if this is you or someone else, there's really no way to see this coming. That's kind of nice when that happens in life, you know, when it really could be this pleasant surprise. Like, someone is not going to think about this and not going to put any logic to this. It's just going to happen. Whether this is something that the soul is driving, or it was more of just like, I guess, destiny. But they're not telling me too much about that. That's interesting. Anything else we need to know about any of these messages? And it might be like a short reading, because that's kind of the nature. So over here, we are indicating that someone is still deciding upon something. Okay. Queen of Cups is a very psychic, intuitive person. I don't know if this is you or someone near you, but someone is still deciding something. But, you know, there's really not, okay, how can I phrase this properly? You don't really have to think too hard about this, because you're going to receive direct guidance on this anyway. And if I'm, you know, interpreting this correctly, whoever this is definitely someone to follow the guidance and signs. So you have free will. Whoever this is has free will, of course. But I just have a feeling that, like, it's almost like whoever this is leaving it up to the hands of their guides or the universe. And I'm seeing that whatever needs to come through in terms of the further steps is going to be provided soon. Justice card is indicating, again, balance and fairness, and something that needs to be aligned karmically, or even just situationally. Okay, so that's coming as well. I don't know how that factors in here. But is there any final messages as to the surprises that are coming, or this surprise that is coming towards them? I think all the rest of this, I feel a lot of you have already been manifesting something, or someone here has been manifesting something already, but not out of free will or control, or like even ego, nothing like that. I think that this is out of spiritual alignment and rightness, meaning your soul, or whoever is doing this, your soul knows that this is right for you, or right for the situation, and because of that, it's falling into place. Something is moving forward, and there will be motion pretty soon. I forget even what I said here. I think I said January, was it? Like over here. But something is coming through very soon. More answers prior to the actual events are coming in very fast. The letter F as in fish is relevant for some of you. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of signs, messages, communication prior to the event itself. So that means even sooner. Within the next few days, couple weeks, whatever. They're not telling me how, though. So that could be, it could vary depending on your situation. I mean, I do have pick of cards for that, like what signs will you receive, but you probably don't even need to watch it. It's just going to happen. Any final message for group number 4? Thank you, thank you. So the final message, group 4, is that that's it. Everything is aligning. We have here the 10 of Pentacles, which is another version, a nice version of this, okay? So when you get I think towards the conclusion and a little bit further into this situation, you are going to find that things are finally okay. Like something is aligning, balancing, even in a way of trust, security, prosperity, good feelings, okay? And this is for most of you. Obviously, if this does not resonate, please don't, don't include that, because if you need to get away from certain people or situations, please do that. But for many of you, okay, and especially if that's what you were manifesting, like some way, somehow, everything is going to be okay, and it is going to prosper, okay? That is what I am seeing. So everyone's situations are different. Again, always follow your intuition with regard to this. And if you're not sure of what is the best outcome, if you're not sure what's best for you, what I always recommend to people is see if you can open up the energy and ask your guides in the universe and say something like, please allow whatever is in my highest good to come towards me. Please allow me to release anything that does not serve me and is not right for me in my soul, stuff like that. And then you should see whatever's meant to come towards you. And in this case, I am seeing that it's really positive energy. I can't say too much more because they're not letting me, but like it's something extremely positive is coming towards you, and it's happening soon. Okay, so my brain is scrambled. I hope I answered the question because I kind of got lost in the sauce here. Yeah. Let me know, group 4, if I made any sense, because I told you I'd get lost in it. So I hope I made sense. If you need a personal reading, the info is below. You can watch my other pick of cards if it calls to you, but I think I'll leave it there, group 4. Okay, so thank you so much. Sending you many blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.